Hey YouTube, welcome to the birthday pizza topping stream tier list. I can't wait to get started. Alrighty, let's begin. It's so fucking bad, dude. Alright, let's begin. So pepperoni. I was gonna start. Let's let's start with the most S tier pizza topping, pepperoni. I don't know if anything's really gonna top pepperoni tonight, but pepperoni is a phenomenal topping. This topping was the start of the conversation earlier in stream tonight that made Vespi redeem this tier list. Pepperoni is absolutely phenomenal. Literally, I could devour pepperoni pizza anytime. Pepperoni pizza is amazing no matter where you get it from. I'll switch the song halfway, I promise. Maybe even a little earlier. So yeah, pepperoni pizza is good no matter where you get it from. Frozen, like DiGiorno or Red Baron, delicious. Even Mama Cozy, the cheaper pizza brand, which is still fucking delicious, that you get at Aldi's. Domino's especially. The $1.50. Well, pepperoni pizza used to be $1.50 as the upgraded price whenever you wouldn't get cheese in New York, but still. Oh god, this. But anyway, yeah, pepperoni, absolutely phenomenal. This is the topping that started the entire night's conversation. Let's follow that up with something I think is going to be bad. Well, not the worst, though. Tomato slices? This is a bottom C tier choice. I don't know why you would put tomato normal slices on top of your pizza. That's... especially raw, and not, like, sun-dried. You're putting well-made tomato sauce, cheese, and then cold tomatoes on top? Now, don't get me wrong, I like cold tomatoes. I just wouldn't put it on top of hot pizza. And then it would be too juicy, and oh god. The cheese would get too, like, runny? Oh lord. Oh lord and stars. That's a bottom C choice. It's probably the second worst topping on this list if I really had to guess. Let's go near the top again. Banana peppers. Now, as a love of spicy foods, banana peppers is absolutely phenomenal. Now, again, as a connoisseur of spicy foods, banana peppers and jalapeno peppers do differ in taste. Banana peppers have a little bit more of a pickly taste to them. They're a little more pickled than jalapeno peppers, and they do differ. Jalapenos are a little spicier, but banana peppers have a little more of a zing flavor to them. But either way, banana peppers gets a nice S tier. I always love getting banana peppers on pizza. I would sometimes get banana peppers. Oh, let's go right off to the next one. I would sometimes get banana peppers and pineapple on my pizza. Hey, move that down. So, are you ready for the hot take of the evening, which always seems to happen during this goddamn tier list? I think pineapple on pizza is absolutely phenomenal. It deserves to be on there. It deserves to be on there. Pineapple on pizza is great. Pineapple on pizza with jalapeno, with banana peppers is great. Pineapple on pizza with I don't know why it shows raw here, but properly grilled cooked chicken on pizza is also really good. The citrus from it baked is so good. Yo, pineapple. Oh boy, it's the classic argument. It's the classic argument. Look, Maple tried pineapple on pizza. He loved it. He loved it. I would pretty much eat any pizza, except let's go down to the garbage bin. Except basil. Fuck basil. Basil is a fucking bitter ass. This is gonna cause my Italian heritage to melt into the goddamn earth. It'll leave my body. Basil is fucking trash. Basil is trash. I hate basil. My parents sometimes make sliced tomatoes with mozzarella on top and basil as the garnish. I rip that shit right off and just eat the tomato and mozzarella. Basil is trash. It's bitter. It has a bad taste. I don't want anything to do with it. Not on my tomatoes and mozzarella, not on my pasta, and definitely not on my pizza. But you guys like basil? Dead ass? As far you can see, I hate basil. Get that shit away from me. Basil's one of the few foods I would never eat in my entire life. You'd be hard pressed to find something I wouldn't eat. Basil is one of those very few things. Basil can be buried back down to the goddamn ground where it came from. But this is a cardinal sin of New York pizza. And maybe this is why I'm a fake New Yorker then. Jersey opinions discarded. You dead ass like straight up basil leaves on. No, wait, let me be direct. You straight up like basil leaves directly on your pizza. I'm not talking about like basil flakes in like sauce or anything. You straight up like the basil leaves on the pizza and you take a bite out of it like dead ass. Oh my lord. Well, Silver just says a component in sauce, but Shell says yes in all caps, and Mike says yes also. Oh lord. To be fair, it's been a little while since I tried to give basil another chance. It's been like it's been like almost a decade, maybe. You know what? I think I still have some basil down in the fridge. Maybe I'll try some later. Because my parents love basil. My parents love basil. I fucking don't. That shit can go back. Trash. Trash herb, by the way. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's win back the crowd a little. Bacon. Actually, well, I don't know if this. I don't know. Let me not overcap here. Bacon is an A tier ingredient. Bacon pizza, I have to be a little bit in the mood for it. It isn't like an automatic guess for me. Bacon can sometimes be done a little not great on pizza, but I mean, it's still good. You're adding fucking bacon, the most godly meat of all time, essentially. Arguably, of all time. Putting it on your pizza, it's good. But sometimes it can be a little over greasy. Sometimes the bacon can be too burnt in some cases. Sometimes it can be undercooked. And sometimes it can be weird on pizza. That being said, though, it all evens out to an A, though. Bacon pizza definitely has it. Bacon pizza has its ups and downs, but overall, it's fucking bacon. It's A. Exactly. So you agree with me? Bacon in moderation. There we go. See, there we go. We agree again. Whew. Fuck basil, am I right? It's been a while since I had pesto on pizza. I'm gonna give pesto like a middle of a B tier, or it may just be the only B tier. I don't know. This is a short list. Pesto is hella good. Don't get me wrong. My dad makes a killer pesto. Oh, my dad makes a very good fucking pesto. And last time I had it on pizza, it has been a while, but it was fine. It was perfectly B tier. Again, putting another green condiment that doesn't have a lot of because pizza for me is a lot about the texture. You're putting a green sludgy condiment on top of your pizza, which is fine, don't get me wrong, but I always like the actual texture of having actual toppings on pizza than a rub on your pizza instead. But overall, pesto slaps when it's made very well. You can get a nice B tier. Matt, you lost your 10 and you said fuck basil and yes to find out pizza. Fuck basil. Fuck basil. I'll switch the song soon, by the way. What do I want to go with next? You know what? Let's go with the easy one. Sausage. This is nice and normal Italian sausage. Sausage gets higher up A than bacon. So unlike pepperoni, sausage can have its slight ups and downs on pizzas. Well-made sausage on a pizza is really good. Again, the problem is, or the factor is, I think sausage never reaches the high highs of a pepperoni pizza. Like, sausage is good, don't get me wrong, I love sausage to death, all kinds. Italian, kielbasa. They're all good. I love all kinds of sausage, but I feel like sausage never reaches the high highs of pepperoni, the again godlike topping. um. But it can go above bacon, because I think sausage is more well-rounded than bacon. Because like we said, bacon can be pretty good, but it has to be in moderation, otherwise you get over-greasy pizza. And honestly, your taste can get tired of bacon pizza. Again, like, all these pizza I would order, like, these toppings I would order in a heartbeat every time. If I'm feeling venturous, I would order some of these in, like, moderation. That's where this list sort of, like, evens itself out to be. B is, like, yeah, I've had it a few times, wouldn't like super good on my. C is like I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't really want it on my pizza, and of course, garbage is garbage. Let's see here. I'm assuming that this is just your average 5-cheese pizza is what they're trying to say here. 5-cheese pizza is pretty good. 5-cheese pizza is pretty alright. Again, I'm always hesitant to get cheese pizza because cheese is the most basic kind of pizza you can get. 5 cheese can slap, especially if it's made really well. One 5 cheese pizza I want to point out, brand-wise, is Red Baron. Red Baron's 5 cheese pizza is absolutely phenomenal. But I have had some 5 cheese pizzas, or any number of cheeses, that have been a little on the generic side too. It overall evens out to a low A for me. But Red Baron's 5 cheese pizza is absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. You can taste, like, you can literally taste every cheese they use in it. Yeah, for just a frozen pizza, I don't know how they make it so good. That shit is good. It's been a while since I had a 5-cheese pizza from, like, an actual pizza shop, but it all evens out to, like, mid-bottom of A for me. BBQ chicken pizza is so good, but it has to have good BBQ sauce. I agree with you. You know what? Bell peppers. Bell peppers can get top of B. I love bell peppers. I love all kinds of bell peppers. I use bell peppers a lot when I make my family's homemade chili recipe. I do love me some bell peppers. On pizza, I do like peppers also. But remember, if I'm getting peppers, I'm getting some of the other kind of peppers, especially the spicy ones. Bell peppers, they're alright. They do add a nice, interesting texture to a pizza. They do. And it's very unique, especially with how crunchy they can be. But when I go for peppers, I usually go for more of the spicy ones. Bell is just taking up space with a lot of crunch that doesn't have a lot of added flavor, but just it adds more texture than flavor, which is the thing. Where do I want to go from here? Because this is anchovies is a really big thing to rate. Let's go with something I think Pete doesn't like, olives, unfortunately. Black olives. There's 2 kinds of olives too. There's green olives. Black olives. Black olives definitely liven up your pizza in an interesting way, if you're especially in the mood for it. Sometimes you're not in the mood for the olive flavor, but when you are in the mood for the olive flavor, it can really deepen your pizza. It sends you on an emotional trip. Olives is the first, like, ingredient on this list that can send you on an emotional trip of an interesting taste bud ride. But I like them. When I'm in the mood for black olives can slap. But let's go to the other side for a second, green olives. Now, as an experienced Italian, I will tell you that black olives and green olives do have different flavors. Green olives are a lot more, how do I describe the flavor? Green olives have a more sharper, sour flavor, I guess I should really describe it, than black olives. Black olives, again, mostly, let me put this down. Black olives are used, you can use black olives are very, multi-use. You can use black olives with your tacos, too. Because I use black olives on tacos and pizza. Green olives taste different, and green olives don't overly hit for me sometimes. Boy, I almost want to put green olives below pesto. It's close. Because green olives are a lot more on the zingy sour side, and I like green olives because, yeah, I have to. I'm Italian by law, but on pizza, there's better stuff to get. And it could ruin the flavor of a pizza too. It can mess. Maybe ruin's a harsh word. It can mess up the symphony of a pizza. If it's not used like super carefully. Ah, it's close. Where do I want to put this? I guess if I'm really coming down to it, if I was force-fed with a gun to my head, one of these two things, I would probably want to be force-fed pesto over green olives. I guess that's where that finally settles down. You know what? I was thinking about this. Roasted garlic. Obviously, you're not going to put raw garlic on pizza. It'd be too sharp of a flavor. Roasted garlic. Roasted garlic can get bottom of A. Roasted garlic on pizza is hella good. I mean, it's garlic. Literally the lifeblood of any Italian. Roasted garlic has its ups and downs. But if it's not used sparingly in good moderation, roasted garlic can completely destroy the flavor of pizza, since garlic's flavor is so sharp to begin with. But good roasted garlic on pizza in good moderation really does bring alive a pizza. It really can. This is also a topping I would consider that sends you on a journey, like black olives. You are Italian, garlic it is. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Garlic as a whole in my entire eating career, yes. But as an actual topping on pizza, it has its high highs. But, again, maybe we're miscommunicating here. I'm judging, imagining it going into my mouth and biting down on it. I'm really imagining all the times I've had the actual texture of this topping in my mouth, and how the flavors sort of connect with each other. Sure, garlic is the lifeblood of any Italian meal, but as an actual topping on pizza, it can get bottom of A. Oh, you know what? I don't know why I've waited so long to say this. You know I love jalapenos too. So here's the thing, jalapenos versus banana peppers. I have come to a long internal debate about jalapeno versus banana peppers. And here's the results of my internal debate for like 20 years of my 30 years of existence of eating spicy foods, essentially. And eating jalapeno peppers and banana peppers on pizza. My overall conclusion is that banana peppers slightly edges out jalapenos. On pizza, jalapenos is still the more multi-versatile pepper on other things, such as chili. Because you don't put banana peppers in chili, the flavor is too pickly for chili. But jalapenos is the more versatile pepper in all of culinary. But banana peppers outweighs it in actual pizza. Because I think the pickly flavor of banana peppers coincides with the cheese and tomato slightly better than just jalapenos' natural flavor. It's a tough conclusion I have come to. And I love both, and they're both spicy to an extent. Jalapeno has a little bit more spice to it. But this goes to show that automatically being spicy doesn't automatically edge you out in my taste buds. Have you ever actually had anchovies on pizza? You're questioning me? I'm an Italian. I've had all of these on pizza before. I mean, my opinions may be garbage, but I've had all of these on pizza before. Actually, this tier is kind of pointless. I've had all these on pizza before. Spoiler alert. You want me to go at it right now? You want me to go anchovies right now? Are you ready to handle the truth? When you're in the mood for anchovies, anchovies can be a top of a B tier ingredient. So this is probably going to be controversial too. Anchovies. Anchovies! This topping is very divisive, isn't it? People don't like fish as a whole, in general. And anchovies is the saltiest and fishiest fish of a fish flavor you can get. So I can see why a lot of people don't like it, but my dad likes anchovies and I grew up eating them also. Again, a lot of my Italian inspiration stems from my dad. And I like anchovies. Anchovies, I have to admit, I have to be in the mood for. I'm not always in the mood for an extremely salty and fishy fish, but anchovies really send you on a entire spiritual journey, even more than the olives and the garlic. I'm not saying it's better than the olives and the garlic, but this is also an ingredient or a topping that sends you on an interesting journey. You've eaten the saltiest and the fishiest fish you can kind of possibly eat. You've eaten an ingredient that I think is liked by 1% of pizza eating people. Is this supposed to be roasted? Like, well, obviously, duh. This is supposed to be just the roasted peppers? Um, roasted peppers can get below regular. It's kind of weird though, because you put the bell peppers on and you roast them in the oven with the pizza. But I guess this is pre-grilling or roasting peppers and then putting them on the pizza, then cooking the pizza. They go right below bell peppers. When it comes to peppers, I think this is the worst option. You lose a lot of texture overcooking your peppers. I mean, air quotes, overcooking your peppers like this. Again, when it comes to peppers, I like the texture of the more crunchier bell more than roasted. And I like, of course, as I keep saying, the spiciness of these and even the flavoring of these better. So, roasted can get under regular bell. It's not too much of a difference. You know what? This list was eye-opening for me. I didn't realize how many people actually like actual leaf basil. No wonder my parents thought I was fucking crazy. My parents... Listen, I have another confession to make. My parents, who are full-blooded Italian, did always think I was crazy for not liking basil. They're like, oh my god, our son doesn't like basil? Like, as in the leaf. Again, I like it as a component of sauce. They don't like he doesn't like the normal leaf basil? I didn't realize so many people in the world like it. I thought I was on the right side of history here. You know what? Since we were just talking about this, so we're assuming this is steak, right? Not roast beef. If it was roast beef, it would be ahead of basil still, but steak. This is steak. I'm gonna be honest. Steak gets higher B, but to be honest, I don't really vibe with steak much on pizza. Again, I love steak to actual death on its own, but on pizza, I feel like it's too much of an overpowering meat. Or how do I phrase this? It's too much of a normal meat to put on pizza. You're gonna put a thick-ass chunk of steak on pizza. At least pepperoni's like flat. Again, I'm judging texture also. I think steak would just make the pizza too chunky and just not comfortable to eat. I've only had steak on pizza like once or twice in my life, admittingly, so it's been a while. I've been staring down these two a while. I think it's finally time to judge these two. Ham. Ham's gonna be rough. At first I thought I was gonna put it bottom of A. But I kind of want it just ahead of steak. Again, ham's fine. I love ham to death. It's just sort of like a basic bitch of a meat. Oh shit. You know what? Let's go right off the bat. Frank's Red Hot sauce. I do put hot sauce on pizza. It's not my absolute most favorite thing to do, but I do put hot sauce on pizza. It can liven up. Hot sauce is a saving topping. Hot sauce can save a dull pizza. If I'm eating pizza and it tastes dull and it's like a lower C pizza, it can be any topping. It's a lower C made pizza. Hot sauce can really liven it up and save it. Hot sauce gets a low A for me. I wouldn't automatically reach for hot sauce right away, especially if the pizza's well made and has these toppings on it. But hot sauce can save a bad pizza, like a really bad pizza, and kick it up a little. Okay, next topping. Mac and cheese. I'm gonna be honest, and this goes for regular pasta too. I noticed they don't have regular penne as a topping either. Pasta on pizza is not my go-to. I think it's way too much grain, bread, and starch. You're putting more starch on top of your bread pizza. Again, you're putting bread, tomato sauce, cheese, more bread with noodles and starch. It's not for me. It's too overbearing. I'll take it over regular ass tomato and garbage basil, but mac and cheese, I've had again. Mac and cheese can work. I understand, but I've had too much bad mac and cheese. I've had 80% bad mac and cheese pizza and 20% good in my life. And it's my personal experience. I've had too many bad mac and cheese slices in my life. I haven't had a good experience with mac and cheese. Let me put it that way. Again, and this goes double for penne too, because even a lot of pizza places do just normal penne on pizza. It's whack. It's like why Why would I ingest more starch and bread and grain on top of the pizza already? Fucking mix that shit up with some meats and veggies. Don't add more bread. Shit. Sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sun-dried tomatoes is a very Italian thing, but I've always had a very mixed relationship with sun-dried tomatoes, even outside of pizza. So, sun-dried tomatoes have been very mixed with me. Whatever flavoring they use for sun-dried tomatoes, I don't know. It doesn't vibe with me. Also, texture of sun-dried tomatoes can be sometimes weird. They're chewy and dried, like no shit. But I don't know. Something about me and sun-dried tomatoes never fully vibed. I eat them sometimes on salad. I like to when my parents buy the nice sun-dried tomato like bag of toppings from like an Italian market nearby. I sometimes sprinkle some on salad. But it's been forever since I had one on pizza, and even then, sun-dried tomatoes and me, we've never really got along. We've never really got along. So this is the ground beef. This is mushrooms. This is onion. This is Parmesan cheese, and this is feta cheese. Feta cheese. Feta cheese, I will put under anchovies. Feta cheese is an interesting topping. Its flavoring and texture is quite interesting. Feta cheese, you usually see those slices with like the very lightish, like whitish cheese on top, and you get like the big circle in like the middle of the slice. Classic. Feta cheese I have to be in the mood for. Again, crumble. I'm assuming they just mean the feta cheese, like with like the circular disc you see, like cut out of the pizza. Again, I have to be in the mood for it. Again, I'm just getting cheese, like on or surrounded by more cheese. Which is essentially a 2-cheese pizza when you can just have a 5-cheese pizza. I guess. Feta cheese is alright. I love the meme where it shows the huge slice of pizza with the mini pizza slices on it. Yeah, feta can be good. It can be really strong too. Yeah. Again, it's just if I'm in the mood for a 2-cheese pizza, sure, it can be top of B. Honestly, feta cheese is better in calzones. You ever had a feta cheese calzone? It's pretty damn good. And Domino's makes a really good feta cheese cheesy bread, like side dish you can get for $5.99, or another pizza for $5.99, only at Domino's. You've had spinach pie with feta. Yeah! Spinach pie too. Not sponsored, by the way. Alright, we're almost done here. Then we can all go to bed. Well, I'm gonna stay on, probably get like a snack or something, nuts to some anime girls. It is after my birthday. And then go to sleep. Probably an irresponsible time, as the 30-year-old adult I am. Alright, let's get this finished up. I'm going to start with Parmesan here. Parmesan... Oh, how do I describe this well? You know what? How do I describe this well without pissing off the horde? Parmesan can get like dead center of the exact list. Parmesan is a basic ingredient. Again, you're adding cheese on top of cheese. Parmesan is very fucking good though, of course. It's even, again, used in 5-cheese pizzas. Again, I'm imagining sprinkling Parmesan on top of cheese already like you get at the New York pizza shops. It's fine. It's not my first choice though. Again, I like more texture and more different flavors on my pizza than just adding more cheese. But Parmesan, of course, is good. I wouldn't bet my entire Italian lifeline on saying if Parmesan's bad. But as an actual pizza topping, yeah, it's just alright. I sprinkled more cheese on top of my cheese. Thanks. I mean, it's good. It's still pizza and it's good. But man, the funny cheese. Again, yes, I mean, you're right, it does add a subtle flavor. It does. That's why it's not a bad topping, but I just like meats and veggies more. So what can I say? Speaking of meats, let's go with ground beef. Ground beef. Ground beef, oh, this is rough. Oh, my mind just changed in a blink. I was originally going to put it here, but then I remember ground beef and pineapple pizza is also hella good. Oh, that's so close. Fuck. I was originally gonna put it here. Oh, wait, hear me out. I was originally gonna put ground beef here because I think out of the meats, it's the worst one alone. But it synergizes with the S tier ingredients better. Ground beef and banana peppers synergize better than sausage and banana peppers, or bacon and banana peppers. Ground beef and pineapple synergize better than sausage and pineapple, or bacon and pineapple. I think I was originally gonna put it right here, but I think at the very end I'm gonna put it top of A. I was literally 1 millisecond away from putting it here, but then my mind suddenly had a snap moment, and it made me think, no, I'm gonna put it here. Parmesan is better on mac and cheese. I agree with you. Well, hey, why don't we just go all out? Why don't we just make a normal cheese pizza, bread, tomato sauce, cheese. Let's add the mac and cheese, and then just add the Parmesan on top. Isn't that great? Won't that be a fucking avalanche of a goddamn pizza? Mushrooms. Mushrooms are... not everyone's a fan of mushrooms. I think mushrooms are delicious. Some people say mushrooms are tasteless, or they add a weird texture. That's not true. Mushrooms have a distinct flavor. And I do love mushrooms for the most part. It's not my first choice of ingredient, admittingly. But when they're on pizza, I don't mind. They can really bring a pizza together. Especially mushrooms and garlic, actually. Now that I really put it in perspective. Mushrooms are high A. I mean, somewhere an A for me. I'm just deciding. Mushrooms can go ahead of cheese. High A. I would put it higher, but I think I like the taste of olives better, and I like my meats better than mushrooms. But mushrooms gets middle of A. Mushrooms is a great topping. Mushrooms has an interesting texture and a good base to bring home together any topping. I would even say mushroom is the most versatile topping on here. Because not every meat goes together with everything else. I'm gonna say the hot take now. I think mushroom is actually the most versatile pizza topping in existence. It can literally go with anything on here and still be good. And have a good symphony of flavors. Yeah, I stand by that claim. That just hit me in my spicy clairvoyance, in my spicy clarity, in my post-spiciness clarity. What makes some versatile versus S tier? You mean like why isn't mushrooms S tier then? Because mushrooms still isn't like a knockout topping. Pepperoni has the classic pepperoni flavor. These are spicy and flavorful. Pineapple has the interesting angle of flavor, and chicken is chicken. Chicken's really juicy too. Mushrooms, I may have just said, is the most versatile flavor of all time, but that doesn't mean it's automatically S. Mushrooms itself is still middle of A, or still on the A side, because I said mushrooms works together well with any ingredient, but mushrooms by itself is okay. Mushrooms itself doesn't really add to basic cheese pizza. It does add more flavor and another texture, but it's not as distinct as having one of these alone. Because again, pizza tails is so interesting. I think about these flavors, like I said, individually and together, working together with everybody on this list. So yeah, mushrooms propels itself because mushrooms goes together well with any of these. But mushrooms alone, it's not my first choice. I would rather have one of these alone first than with mushrooms, than mushrooms alone. But yeah. Anyway, onions. Onions, I love onions to death. Onions and me go hand in hand together for all time. Onions are used in my chili. Onions are used in chop-up hamburgers and meatloafs. Again, other meals my parents make. Onions and me go hand in hand for the end of time. Where would I put onions, though? Onions goes... Okay, here's the final placement. Onions goes Under the meats of A. Onion. Onion is probably the best veggie that isn't the spicy peppers I like topping on this list. The reason why onion loses out to these other 8 ahead of it is because I like the meats better than onion, including chicken. Pineapple has its weird zing that's an acquired taste on the side of the war. Again, like I said, the peppers of spiciness and pickliness I like, and pepperoni's pepperoni. So all in all, onions can be right here, right below the meats. It's an A tier topping. Onions are absolutely delicious. Onions go well. Again, the thing that holds it back maybe a little is onions alone wouldn't be the best thing ever, but onions with anything else on here, yeah, they could slap. Onions are probably not as versatile as mushroom, but onions alone add a little more than mushrooms alone, so it all evens out. It's funny that they're sort of dancing around olives here. Alrighty. Whew. Alright, goodbye, YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the pizza tier list. I'll see you guys when I get crucified for the Basil opinion.